Good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Cupidi, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It's Wednesday. Wednesday. Is it going to be a wetty one? Well, it's raining on the outside. I was tempted to say it's raining cats and dogs, but then I always try to figure out, why do we say raining cats and dogs? Why? Good morning. It's Wednesday, and I'm Gordon Joseph. So happy to be with you this morning, as always. And I'm wishing you all the best for today. It's a good day to have a good day in a good way. Let's do it this way. It's Wednesday. Heavenly Father, thank you for waking us up to see another day. Your mercy and grace are fresh every morning, and we are so grateful for the gift of life. Lord, go before us today. Guide our steps, calm our hearts, and strengthen us in every task. When we feel weak, remind us of your strength. When we feel overwhelmed, cover us with your peace. Bless our families, protect our homes, and surround us with your love. We place this day in your hands, trusting you in all things. In Jesus' precious name, amen, amen, and amen. Gratitude is a must, so says Laureen. Good morning, Laureen. How are you doing? Hope all is well. Wednesday morning blessings. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart is trusted in him, and I am helped. Therefore, my heart greatly rejoices, and with my song I will praise him. That's Psalm 28 and verse 7. Into Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing me into the new day. As I walk through this Wednesday, be my strength and my shield. Fill my heart with peace, guide my thoughts with wisdom, and let my words bring encouragement to others. Bless my family near and far, and keep us under your loving care. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Thank you, Evangelist. Now, all those of you out in the diaspora, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to Mr. Noel out there in England. He says, it's my wake-up station at work in the morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you, bro. Hey, good morning to the Noel family out there in Caruth, Derek, DJ Vic and Noel, and the entire Noel family. Madam, good morning to you. Good morning, Mildred Smith. Good morning, Zamora, Judy, the Shem. Everybody, good morning to you all. Hope all is well. Yeah, gratitude is a must. Always remember that, all right? Sylvina Charles, good morning to you. I hope you all are doing fine. Petlin and Jennifer Collimo, good morning to you all. Stay blessed. Keep it locked and pocked to Classic on mornings as always. You know, I'm very certain that, you know, they are always with me. Now, if you stay with us, how can you lose? You just can't, you know, remember that. A big track from Ajamo. It's 26 minutes on to 7 o'clock. To all those of you who are in any of the hospitals around the nation and you're overwhelmed with illness, sickness, pain, aches, whatever, just be strong and pray, all right? 25 minutes on to 7 o'clock. The folks inside of Corinth, good morning. ASP Leon McQueen and family, good morning. ZZ, good morning. Hope all is well. The Bishop family out there in Latant. How are you doing, Papi? All right. Wifey, that is my cousin. Yeah, she says that Joseph is a Joseph. Oliver Joseph right next door. Cuz, good morning to you and the family. How you doing? Hope all is well. Mando, I ain't seen you these days, boy. It is indeed a good day to have a good day in a good way. The word of the day today, that word is to manage. Manage. M-A-N-A-G-E. Yeah, manage. The word of the day. Yesterday it was maintain, which was to keep in good condition. I encourage you to maintain your vehicle regularly. Manage, to control or organize. That's what it means to control or organize. Here's how we can use the word in a sentence. She manages the office well. Yeah. Manage, to control or organize. She manages the office well. She manages the office well.
He will make a way. Whatever circumstances really doesn't.
As we wait on the motivational tip of the day, just want to reach out and say good morning to all my peeps locked on. Michelle Bernard, good morning. Monica Miros Williams, good morning to you. Daddy Godwin, Miss Joan, good morning to the entire home circle, all your family, relatives, and friends. Good morning. Good morning. While I'm up there, let me say good morning to Kathy and Kenneth, Zuri, and Solange. Yeah, all in the Sunshine State of Florida. Yulin Alexander is locked in as always. Michelle Bernard. Who else is here with us this morning? Okay. Gracelyn Buckmeyer, good morning. Joan Brathwaite Batson. Who else? Right. Jillian McIntyre, good morning.
In return for your soul.
Mr. Crawford, out there in Bimsha, Barbados.
Never let him hold you. Never let him.
Yeah, I see my girl Mia Motley is cooking up a storm again. She's looking for avenues for Bajan cricketers, especially the females. Yeah, you gotta look after your people, man. Success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. I know I am going to be a success. I know I'm going to be successful. Because the failures come and I keep looking for the other opportunity to get it right, man. Listen, success and failure, they're not different coins. They're on the same coin, eh? Success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. Same spirit. Yeah, I'm going to do it again. Right, I get to know that this is a way that it doesn't work, so I'm going to do it differently. I wouldn't stop doing because I failed. Nah. 22 minutes, just in 21 minutes until 7 o'clock. Good morning, Judge. Yeah, that's Peck's son, right? Cruz and the entire family. Curtis, Peck, Philip, good morning.
Yes, I wanna know now.
How can you lose? You just can't. You can't. Once he's on your side, you can't lose. Trust me on that. Miss McQueen in Windsor Forest, good morning to you and the family. The folks in Belle Plaine and Barrett. Nana Razum Batiste. I always refer to him as a brother from another mother. Jaim, good morning to you. Morning, mommy. Derisa and the entire home circle. Good morning to the folks inside of Birch Grove. May, good morning. Underpants. The Farry family in Beauregard. Delphi, good morning to you. Massey. How can you lose? I like that song. That's a nice song. I just sing that song in a baritone. Nixon Fletcher, good morning to you and the entire Fletcher family. Bishop George Fletcher, good morning. Sister Celia Fletcher. Teacher Carl Humphrey, good morning to you. River Sally, good morning. Kaku, how you doing, man? The two Mousies. One Kaku brother and the other one is Beverly Leslie. Good morning. Rebecca Jules. Nedra Roberts, my sister, how you doing? Dr. Love, good morning to you, man. How you doing? Prescott Swan and Mommy Swan in Plains. Yeah, that was my... Let me not say that. I gotta say it was my best teacher, but I have so many best teachers that I don't want anyone to get offended. Miss Swan, man. Teacher Maudlin. Miss Vivek, yeah. It was Toussaint eventually. Sir Crispin Toussaint. Mr. Hutchinson, Kuchim. Yeah, let's see what's buzzing this morning. Buzzing this morning. Keeping a constant check on the clock, it's 19 minutes onto the 7 o'clock hour. The Ministry of Health to begin primary health facility upgrades. Stilpana Rangers workshops aim to strengthen the art form. In the region, Trinidad and Tobago's opposition MP calls for an end to the state of emergency. Internationally, U.S. announces temporary ceasefire in conflict with Iran. And in sports, Ethan Chufuk captures Grenada's lone medal in the just completed Carifta Aquatic Championships. Peter Regis and family out there in Bellevue, good morning. Tayo, good morning. Mr. Whiteman, how are you doing, Papi? You all right?
Never let him hold you. Never let him fool.
The folks at the geriatric home in Crochet, good morning to you all.
Never lose your focus.
The management staff and all the residents there, good morning. Crochet, Pomerose, Moya and Dunfermline, Chocolate City, Simoon, good morning. You just can't lose. ASP Alan James and family inside of Beaton.
If God is on your side,
Good morning, bro. How you doing?
how can you lose? How can you lose?
Officer Dexter Roberts, I don't know your rank. The last time we spoke, I think you were an inspector.
Whatever
Yeah, my old schoolmates. Great Hill Roberts, or Great Hill Charles. What's his surname? Charles, yeah?
if God is on your side,
Nice.
how can you lose?
Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
How can you lose? I wanna know now. Oh, how can you lose?
When the day's done, there's only one place to be. Jump it up. April 25th and 26th, the Kirani James Athletic Stadium comes alive. It's the Classic Lighting Communal Credit Union Invitational Games, the final showdown. Come witness all clubs battle for glory one last time. Gather your posse, take your stand, and jump up for Bankers Association, Hubbards, DigiCell, Huggins, Renlec, Nawasa, Prisons, Police, Busmen, and Flow. This is rivalry. This is passion. This is Grenada on fire. April 25th and 26th. Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Don't miss it.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
This is the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, April 8th, 2026. In the headlines, the Ministry of Health to begin primary health facility upgrades and steel pan arrangers workshop aim to strengthen the art form. In the region, Trinidad and Tobago opposition MP calls for an end to the state of emergency. Internationally, U.S. announces temporary ceasefire in conflict with Iran. And in sports, Ethan Chufu captures Grenada's lone medal in the Carifta Aquatic Championship. The details to this and more are right after these messages.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Good morning, everyone. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph. To the team from Hot 98 FM, welcome. In the local news, the Ministry of Health has announced a series of upgrades to primary health facilities in the coming weeks. The facilities carded for improvements are the medical stations in Grand Roy, Grand Bras, and New Hampshire. The Senior Health Promotion Officer, Kelvin Frederick, explained that the upgrades are intended to strengthen primary health care and create a more conducive environment for patients and staff alike. We have more on this.
It's a series of, should I say, a number of health care facilities at the community level, which are all geared towards improving primary healthcare delivery. Because when we have a strong primary healthcare base, a strong primary healthcare model, it means that what the ordinary man can experience is a comprehensive set of services that will prevent him or her from having to go to the secondary facility or even tertiary facility for
Frederick says temporary arrangements will be made to continue serving the public while the facilities are upgraded. In the case of the Grand Roy Medical Station, from Monday, April 13th, services will be relocated to the Guave Health Care Center. More in this.
All of the services that the residents of Mount Pleasant, Grand Roy, Black Bay, Two Rock, Concord, what they normally would access at Grand Roy Medical Station in St. John, it will be now available at the Guave Health Center. The same times and all of the services, including dental, pharmacy, nursing, medical, all of that will be available.
Frederick says the ministry will share the arrangements for the other facilities in the coming weeks. The Division of Culture is set to host a National Steel Pan Arrangers Workshop as part of efforts to strengthen Grenada's steel pan sector. The two-day workshop takes place on Saturday, April 11th and Sunday, April 12th at the GBSS Auditorium under the Community Steel Pan Program. It will be facilitated by renowned Trinidadian arranger Duvon Stewart and aims to provide training in arrangement, composition, and orchestration. The workshop also forms part of preparations for Spice Mass 2026 with a focus on improving the quality and competitiveness of panorama performances. And finally, authorities continue their investigation into the death of a female tourist at the popular Seven Sisters waterfall. The incident happened on Tuesday, April 7th, 2026. Join us in a later newscast for further updates on this story. And that brings us to the end of the local segment of news. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, they are straight ahead. In regional news, Trinidad and Tobago's opposition MP calls for an end to state of emergency charade, and the Barbados to roll out digital driver's licenses. We have more in this OCM News report.
In Trinidad and Tobago, opposition MP Marvin Gonzalez is telling the government it is time to end the state of emergency. Describing the SOE as a charade, Mr. Gonzalez says it has not yielded any results thus far. Mr. Gonzalez says murders are rising and citizens continue to live in fear.
Every day murders are rising, families are grieving, communities are under pressure, citizens are watching over their shoulders and wondering if they are next. Yet your government is holding on to a state of emergency that clearly is not working. This state of emergency gives your administration more power than Zozo ever proposed.
He is calling on the Prime Minister and her government to implement proper crime-fighting strategies and end the SOE. And Barbados is looking to be the first country in the English-speaking Caribbean to introduce a digital driver's permit. Acting Chief Licensing Officer Trekker McCarthy Brooms made the announcement at the fourth of a series of national consultations on traffic.
We are in the testing phase of linking the Insurance Association with the Licensing Authority, also with the police, also with our other stakeholders. And we are also going to be, in short order, rolling out a new digital driving license. So we're moving from the red book to the plastic card to no card at all. And we're going to be having the first time in Barbados and in the Caribbean, a first digital driving license.
The move is expected to address long lines and waits, as well as ongoing issues with the printing of physical cards after the Barbados Licensing Authority experienced several months of problems with its printing systems.
And that brings us to the end of the regional segment, Technology at its Peak. Now, looking further afield, Iranian officials say they've agreed to suspend hostilities for 2 weeks and reopen the critical Strait of Hormuz after President Trump announced a temporary ceasefire. We have more in this ABC News report.
Iranian officials now saying they've agreed to suspend hostilities for 2 weeks after President Trump announced that temporary ceasefire. Iran's foreign minister confirming the reopening of the critical Strait of Hormuz during this ceasefire period. But with multiple statements issued by Iran in response, the hours ahead will be critical. Iran's National Security Council insisting it'll retain control of the Strait of Hormuz, maintain the right to enrich uranium, which President Trump had vowed to stop. The statement also says US sanctions should be lifted and reparations paid for war damage.
With President Trump's threat to blow up Iran's bridges and power plants, Iran had warned it'd retaliate with immediate and proportionate attacks across the region. But that all appears on hold, with the world now watching to see if the ceasefire holds, and Iran now making its own demands.
And finally, on the international scene, Burkina Faso's military ruler Ibrahim Traoré says democracy is not suitable for the country and should be forgotten. In a recent interview on state television, Traoré argued that democracy often leads to instability and violence and said Burkina Faso is pursuing its own governance model. After seizing power in 2022, the junta leader initially promised a return to civilian rule, but has since extended military control and banned political parties. While Traoré has built support among some for his anti-Western stance, rights groups report that more than 1,800 civilians have been killed by both security forces and Islamist militants since he took power. And that's the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sports is straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Well, Grenada's 5-member team delivered a strong showing at the Carifta Aquatic Championships just concluded, with Ethan Chufuk capturing bronze in the boys' 13 to 14 100-meter butterfly. Beyond the podium finish, Grenadian swimmers held their own against top regional competition, reaching multiple finals. Jacob Colomo placed 7th in the boys' 15 to 17 50-meter butterfly final. Ethan Chufuk also secured a second final, finishing 7th in the boys' 13 to 14 400-meter individual medley with a new personal best. Christine Gresham placed 6th in the girls' 15 to 17 50 meters breaststroke, while Chufuk again reached his third final, finishing 5th in the boys' 13 to 14 200 meters butterfly. And that's all the sports we've got at this time. We'll have more sports during our luncheon newscast and our primetime newscast. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Something big is coming. On April 10th, freedom takes center stage. Are you ready to live free? It all begins April 10th.
For the latest weather forecast, we join forecaster Cassia Johnson at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning, Cassia.
Good morning to you and good morning to the listeners. Here is the weather for today, Wednesday, 8th April 2026. Currently at the airport, conditions are cloudy with adjacent showers. Winds are from the southeast at 15 miles per hour. Pressure 1014.7 millibars, which is above normal and rising. Present temperature 25.7 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 89%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 29.7 degrees Celsius. Minimum temperature last night 24.9 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, there was 1.7 millimeters of rainfall at the airport, which brings the total for the month to 9.1 millimeters. Looking at the public forecast valid for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy and windy, with a few light isolated showers improving during the afternoon. Today's maximum temperature 30.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate, waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. A small craft advisory is in effect. Tides are currently high and will be low at 1:45 p.m., high again at 8 p.m. Sunset today, 6:18. Sunrise tomorrow, 5:58. Again, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy and windy, with a few light isolated showers, improving during the afternoon. A small craft advisory is in effect. From the Met Office, I am Cassia Johnson.
Cassia, just before your runoff, right? I know we're supposed to be approaching, if we're not yet into this, the epicenter of the dry season, and we're predicting a drought. NAWASA is claiming that the adverse weather is affecting some of the storage facilities and so forth. But yet still, in the last 3 or so days, we've been seeing some welcome rain. Is there a change to any weather pattern?
Well, we did have some rain in the last few days because we had some moisture in the atmosphere. However, we're seeing some drying coming in for the next couple of days, and for climatology purposes, we're still expecting some dry conditions, and we still have a short-term drought warning out.
But we should be approaching the rainy season soon, isn't it?
Yes, so the rainy season would begin the 1st of June. However, we have been seeing in previous years that rainfall started sometime in May and so on. So we're looking to see what the predictions for this year is.
Thank you, Cassia. You've been informative as always. Have a great day now.
Thank you, same to you.
Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
Paperless with e-billing. Get your Grenlec bills straight to your email inbox faster and more convenient with myaccount.grenlec.com. Sign in to myaccount.grenlec.com, where you'll be directed to the home screen. Under additional options and paperless billing, hit sign up. Enter the email where you'd like to receive your bills. Check the accounts you want, then click sign me up. It's that easy. Your bills now come straight to your email inbox. Switch to e-billing and put the power in your hands.
It's 4 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Ministry of Health to begin primary health facility upgrades. We also heard that a Steel Pan arranges workshops aimed to strengthen the art form. In the region, Trinidad and Tobago opposition MP calls for an end to the state of emergency. Internationally, U.S. announces temporary ceasefire in conflict with Iran. And in sports, Ethan Chufuk captures Grenada's lone medal in the just concluded Carifta Aquatic Championships. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Wednesday, the 8th day of April. On behalf of the entire news department and all those who made this newscast possible, I say thank you for viewing and listening. Wishing you a safe and productive day. It's going to be rainy in the morning, so walk with your rain gear, your raincoat or your umbrellas, and be safe. Drivers, I urge you to be safe on the nation's roads because traction will be a problem. And just continue to be safe. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Right Choice Promotion presents Lyrics and Laughter, the ultimate pre-Mother's Day show. It's coming to the Grenada Trade Center on Sunday, May the 3rd from 5 p.m. Get ready for an evening of non-stop comedy, sweet Caribbean vibes, and pure entertainment. From Trinidad and Tobago, the funniest man in the region, Errol Fabian.
She said not even my shoes. I said no.
Humorous Calypsonians, Trinidad Rio.
I'm going back to basics.
And the Calypso Princess herself, Kareen Ashen from the Spice Isles. 2 decades of legend, Randy Isaac, Little Reds, plus local comedy king, Robert White, Dillian Walters, Fat Man George, and Kareem Alexis. Delivering lyrical mastery, 11-time Calypso Monarch scholar. All backed by the Heatwave Band, with special musical treats from Lyndon Langdon on sax and Jalali Moses on violin. It's lyrics, it's laughter, it's music, it's vibes. Tickets just $75. Available now at gotofed.com and other outlets island-wide. Treat mom, treat your partner, treat yourself. Lyrics and laughter. Sunday, May the 3rd, 5 p.m. Grenada Trade Center. Don't miss it.
You've arrived in paradise. You felt the rhythm. Now let's make sure you say it right.
morning. My name is Florian. I'm from the beautiful Aida Perla cruise ship. So today, like we Germans say, we are in Grenada. But I heard in English it's called Grenada.
Say it right. Grenada.
Say it right.
Grenada.
That's right. Grenada. There we go. Say it right. It's Grenada. It's not Grenada. It's Grenada. Say it right.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. New home, fresh start, make moves and play it smart. Expand, invest or renew. ACB's right there with you.
With ACB Home Advantage Mortgages, you get up to 100% financing, reduced fees, and a $100,000 unsecured credit card.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before with ACB.
Terms and conditions apply.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Grenada, we are back. Our senior women's national team returns to the pitch for a massive CONCACAF W qualifier, and they need your power behind them. Tuesday, April 14th, Grenada James Athletics Stadium, Grenada versus Cayman Islands. Kickoff 5 p.m. This is national pride. This is passion. This is the road to glory. Tickets, adults just at $25, children $10, and kids under 12 get in free. Get your tickets now at gotofet.com or at these outlets: Chucky's Bar, Grenadian Optical, St. George's, and Spiceland Mall. GFA office. Bring your flags, bring your voice, and come support our Grenada women's national team as they battle for victory. Follow the journey on social media at Grenada Football Association. Grenada versus Cayman Islands, April 14th, 5 p.m. Be there and stand with Team Grenada.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever your road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever your road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next day,
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
It's 11 minutes after 7 o'clock. At this time, I'm happy to join Sergeant Troy Paul for this morning's traffic report. Good morning, Sarge.
A pleasant morning to you and also to your listeners. It is always a pleasure to let persons know what is happening as it relates to traffic in the entire island of the Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. And so persons can know what they should do as it relates to how they get around the island at the on the Nations Road. So far, we have a a wet morning where we do have some precipitation as it relates to our roads. Will definitely be wet at this time. So I just want to start with encouraging drivers to drive safely along our nation's road, because most of our roads will be wet, and you know what happens in rainy conditions. But as we dive right into the traffic state, and we do have some footage this morning. I'm not too sure if you're getting seen, but we do have, looking at the traffic coming out from the St. Paul's direction, we already see that there is a light, moderate flow of traffic coming out from that direction. It's not that heavy. As we head over onto the Grenada 8th side, we're seeing a similar traffic there. It is light to moderate coming out from the Grenada 8th, nothing to be alarmed of. So far, we're not seeing any obstruction, any unnecessary obstruction, or any accident in those areas. So far, we have seen St. Paul's, traffic coming from the St. Paul's, which we had a focus on the Lucas Street roundabout area. Now we had a look at traffic from the Grenada 8th. Now we're going to head over to see how the western side, although I've had a vision of that side, it is light to moderate traffic flowing from that side as well. So far, most of the areas, as we can see, had a light to moderate flow of traffic coming out from all these directions. Traffic is flowing freely, smoothly in going to the Grenada's direction, coming from the Grenada's direction, and most of the areas, especially our towns, and as we focus more on the St. George's areas, we do have a little heavier flow from traffic from the Calvini direction, which are coming out from the eastern side. And we now focus on the western side as we see here. Traffic is very light coming out from the western side as we see Cherry here flowing freely, smoothly, with no obstruction and no accidents at this time. So most of the areas at this time, we do have a light to moderate flow of traffic flowing in these areas. As we have a look at the accident state for the past 24 hours, which is Tuesday, the 7th of April, we do have a total of 6 minor accidents reported, and traffic headquarters had 1 minor, South 2, Grenville 1, and St. David 2 minor, giving us a total of 6 minor accidents reported. And I just want to encourage persons to continue to drive safely along our nation's road. I always tell persons safety begins with them, so let us do what we have to ensure that we get to our destination safely and on time, and avoid any unnecessary risk while driving as it relates to accidents, incidents along our nation's road. And we want persons to know again that we do expect one cruise ship in our port today. So we do will have some visitors in our island. So we want to encourage persons to drive extra safe and cautious, especially in those tourist hotspots and the areas where they would visit, and mostly the town of St. George. And we look at all these things this morning. So we dive right back in to see what is happening in the Grandlands area, Belmont. And we're still seeing here that traffic is moderately flowing in most of the areas. So at this particular time, we have nothing to be alarmed of any congestion at this particular time. So persons can definitely drive freely throughout the trial and state of Grenada with a sense of easement and a sense of purpose as it relates to getting about and getting safely. But remember, that doesn't mean that you should not leave home on time to get to work on time, so then you would have to speed to get to where you are going. Remember, as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, that traffic will definitely build, especially coming towards the town area from the Springs, head on right in, and we do have some congestion from the Toby Road on morning time. That is not that heavy because school is closed, so we know what happens when school closes. We definitely see a lighter flow of traffic, especially coming to the town of St. George's, town of St. George. But we want persons to be mindful of that. As let's leave home on time to get to work on time, so we wouldn't have to speed our best to get to our destination. So drivers, we know that our roads are a bit wet this morning. So the encouragement I want to give to you this morning to drive cautiously in these adverse conditions. Look out for potholes. Sometimes you might see, you don't know how deep it is, but be cautious. You might be confused as it relates to the depth of it sometimes when you enter them. Nevertheless, we want to encourage you to stay at a safe distance while driving beyond another vehicle in these conditions. And remember to ensure that your wiper blades working properly so that you have good visibility while traveling. And I know how it might be for persons heading over the Grenada 8th direction. You need to be extra cautious when traveling. And we know how our road conditions are, especially with the steep project. So drivers continue to drive safely along our nation's road. And so far we're seeing most of the time, right now, the traffic is nicely, moderately flowing. So we have nothing to be alarmed of at the moment. And that is all that we are with folks as we had that closer look with the traffic this morning. So persons who are viewing knows exactly what happens, and persons who are listening can hear and follow through with what is happening as it relates to traffic. So anything from you,
Yeah, well, actually, a member of my audience yesterday made a statement and a request. He made a suggestion that the traffic report that we do here at GBN should be done throughout all media outlets, and I had to say to him, well, we're doing it because that's our role. We have to lead for the others to follow, but it's an integrated part of our programming because we look to cover our audiences holistically. So the onus would be on the other media houses to see it fit that they can keep the audience up to date with what's happening. All right, so.
And I agree with you.
Yeah, so maybe maybe sooner than later they would reach out and say, hey, we want to do a traffic report as well because GBN is doing it. You know what I'm saying? Sergeant Paul, it's always a pleasure. And that question, if you are texting or doing anything else when you're supposed to be manning that vehicle, then who is
driving?
Who's driving? Yeah, who's driving? Have a great day, Sarge.
Thank you very much to you. Thank you very much to your team at the GBN and also to the drone unit this morning for providing us with that live footage.
Okay.
And you, sir, have yourself a blessed day.
So the rank and file of the RGPF, a pleasant good morning to you. Folks, that has been the traffic report. We take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I've got Raylene with us this morning as we head into Ariza's Money Wise program. Stick and stay with us.
The Ministry of Agriculture's investment of approximately $1 million in pineapple production is taking shape. The investment is set to significantly reduce Grenada's dependence on imported pineapples, as well as to lengthen the availability of the fruit throughout the year. Over 70,000 pineapple plantlets were introduced to local farmers from September 2025, with 48 large-scale farmers cultivating between 1,000 to 1,500 plantlets, while several small-scale farmers had the opportunity to plant quantities of 300 or 500 plantlets. The project also engaged farmers in 15,000 plantains and over 20,000 banana plantlets. 2 nurseries were also established at the Maribor and Grambras estate and 1 in Carriacou for the purpose of supplying planting material to farmers for the expansion of the project. Subsequent planting at different months of the year, in combination with artificial flower induction, will contribute to further extension of the availability of fresh fruit expected to hit the market by December of this year. The Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry, enhancing Grenada's food and nutrition security.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
In Grenada, sports aren't just a game. They're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency. Unlock the possibilities.
Grenada, the fire's about to be lit. Get ready for the ultimate grilling showdown. Maggie, King of the Grill 2026 is coming your way. Saturday, May the 30th at the Monrouge Plain Field. The search is on for the island's top grill masters. Do you have what it takes? Bring your flavor and compete in the chicken category, the seafood category, and the bold, most creative grill category, where daring ideas take the crown. And this year, the heat isn't just for adults. Introducing the Junior Grillers category. Schools and youth groups. If you are under 18, this is your time to shine. So fire up those coals, sharpen those grilling skills, and get ready to battle for grilling glory. Registration is now open. Call or WhatsApp 405-8458 to secure your spot. Maggie, King of the Grill 2026. Saturday, May the 30th, Monrouge Plain Field. Come for food, stay for the vibes, and witness who will be crowned King of the Grill. Brought to you by Maggie, enhancing the natural flavor of your food.
What if growing your savings came with more flexibility and more rewards? Introducing the Ariza Advantage account from Ariza Credit Union. Earn 3.5% interest per year with a minimum first deposit of just EC $10,000. Enjoy a 5-year fixed term, unlimited deposits, no monthly fees, and added loan security. Plus exclusive Advantage member privileges, priority services, special offers, and more. Get the Ariza Advantage. This is the Ariza Promise. Better value, better service, members first. Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
Welcome to MoneyWise, your guide to wise financial decisions, made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
Good morning, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the first leg of the conversation on this Wednesday. And you know, on Wednesday, it's MoneyWise, Ariza's MoneyWise. And this morning, I'm joined by my riding buddy here, Raylene. Good morning.
Good morning, Innocent. Good morning to GBN.
You wake up strong this morning.
Oh, well, you know, it's a great day to be a great day.
Yes, a good day to have a good day.
A good day to have a great day.
In a good way. Yeah, but listen, listen to this, right? I want to say good morning to Mr. Edmond Sibu, all the way from Liberia, Monrovia. In West Africa. Good morning to you, bro. Thanks for making it that choice. Also, we have Gracelyn Buckmeyer from New York locked on with us. And, thanks for joining us. This morning, I also want to take the time and say a very happy special birthday to a dear uncle of mine, Mr. Glyden Christopher. He's not, he's my aunt's husband, but he grew me up like an uncle.
Family, still family. Yes, it doesn't always take blood.
No. He's celebrating today. Uncle, go celebrate in fine style. Curtie, Carly, Cassie, Colleen, the entire family. I want to wish you all the best today. We love you, all right? Yeah.
All the best to Uncle. We hope it's the first of many more chapters to come.
Yeah,
starting again.
Yeah, he's a young, healthy man.
Very good, very good.
All right, so this morning, really, we've got some things to talk about.
Yes.
We want to really, as we head into the AGM, we want to get into some of the vernacular of credit unionism.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We're
going to have to break it down. It seems like we're having a language class this morning.
No. Okay, all right. We'll get into some of the terms and phrases.
Thank you kindly, sir. Thank you.
You make me feel bad.
No. We're teaching. This is what it's about. Literacy all around. Okay. I'm loving it.
Okay. All right.
Learning a few things here this morning.
Yeah. So, we've been talking credit unionism for a while, specifying ARISA, of course, with a number of different services and products that are provided there. But we want to get people intricately in the know.
Correct.
All right. So we're gonna in computer programming we say we declare the variables up front in the computer program, right?
I tell you, I knew this morning was going to be something.
Why did I go there? Good morning, Mr. Dabrio. Mr. Dabrio. All right. We have the AGM coming up, and we keep hearing not just credit unions that have AGMs, right? Companies and so forth.
Yes.
Let's first say, what is an AGM? What AGM means?
It is the annual general meeting.
That's it. So when you hear AGM, don't think it's this big thing. It's just the annual general meeting.
Correct. And it's the one time in the year where all stakeholders, anyone with a vested interest in the organization, I'm sticking with organization because we're using it for everyone else, would come together to discuss the performance of the entity the year before. So in 2026, we discussed the business of the
2025.
In 2025, right?
What we did right, what we could do better, and so forth.
Yes, and then we make decisions for what should happen in the coming year.
Right.
In 2026.
Okay, so that's it. The AGM, Annual General Meeting, that's a general meeting where all members, all pertinent.
Yes, all stakeholders, I like to say.
Yeah.
Yes. With the credit union, obviously, you have to be a member. Right. With any other entity, any other organization, then it would probably be that you're a shareholder. But of course, with the credit union as well, if you're a member, you're a shareholder.
Yes, definitely. Right. All right, so education again. What exactly is a credit union? Because we talk AGM, we talk members. What is a credit union?
Right. Well, it's a great place to start because we always have to have the fundamentals.
Yeah. Right. This was my good friend said it nicely. Paulkins Douglas in a Quinn show. He said that they were asking. They asked one of the Quinn contestants a question, and she answered by saying, "Well, to begin with, I would like to start because when I'm finished, I'll be through."
I think that's what you call clarification.
Yes. So let's start from the
exactly where she is.
So let's start from the beginning. What exactly is a credit union?
Yes, indeed. So we like to think, well, certainly at ARISA, we know it's your family. ARISA is your family, right? So it's a member-owned cooperative, and I think we know what a cooperative is. Everyone pooling their resources together to make the thing work, which means you're not just a customer, is what I just said.
Yeah.
As a member, you're a shareholder. You own the credit union. Right? So we don't just aim to make profits for the shareholders, but everything is designed to benefit the member, aka shareholder, aka owner, right? And that means lower interest rates on loans, better returns on savings, fewer fees, and my favorite bit, community-focused programs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's important to know that the credit union it's a grouping, all right, where like-minded people work to pull their resources towards a common goal.
Correct. It's the collective.
Yeah. Okay. Now we keep talking about member. Why is it so important to become a member, and how can someone do that?
Well, I think when you speak to membership, it's important to become a member because again, we use this very big word, investment, and people think it's hard. But becoming a member of a credit union makes you an investor straight away. Remember, the member is the owner, is the shareholder.
Yeah, so
right?
you have benefits at the end of every financial year.
Exactly, correct. So if we do well, you do well. And to be honest, we can only do well if you are doing well. So it's a symbiotic relationship. We need each other to be able to deliver on the goodness, and this is why it is important for you to be involved. Remember, we started, giving you what this was about because AGM is coming up, and we're saying it's important that you get involved. Your voice matters, and the decisions that we make are all about you, the member. So to do that, really and truly, you simply come in. We will tell you what you need to join. There are always, a few details that we need to cover. So you come in, you fill up your form, your nomination form, we get your ID, etc. We make sure you are who you say you are. You need $520 to start your account. Again, this is your investment, your initial investment.
You're buying into,
right? So this is what, and you can, of course, always buy more shares. So this is your shares, your qualifying shares. And you can, of course, buy more shares as we go on, which is what your dividends would be paid on. But to start with, you need qualifying shares to become a member. Only when you have that full amount of shares do you become a full member, and we give you time you don't have to come with it all at once, but
you can upgrade it.
Yeah, you can pay over time is what we allow you to do. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so
but get started today. Remember, we're starting where we are with what we have.
Yes.
So don't,
Yeah. So the most important thing, you make that call or you give that visit.
Yes.
And you get to know what you need to come with as it relates to documents. Your ID, your proof of address.
That's right.
If you're employed, maybe
a job letter. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you're self-employed, then I think
your registration.
Registration of business or proof of earnings, like you might have invoices or receipts over the last year or so. You bring those in, that would work as well. NIS contributions also speak to that. So, there are different things for different people, but remember, the credit union is all about you. Yeah. So we will definitely have a way to embrace you into the family, and we will hold your hand through.
And once someone calls, they always get that family feeling because the receptionist, it's a good day to riser. How can I make you smile?
It's what we aim to do. It's a great day. What was the expression? It's a great day. Good day to have a great day.
It's a good day to have a good day in a good way.
Right, and always at a riser. Yeah. I'd like to add.
Oh my goodness me! All right, yeah. So right now we've established that you know what it takes to become a member, and we have the AGM coming up where all members meet to make their input. Some members might just have some brilliant ideas that they'd like to throw out, and they can be adopted. That can change the entire direction of the credit union and make it even more profitable.
Yes.
Now, the credit union, there's a theme for it.
Yes.
What's the theme for this year's credit union?
Our theme this year is Membership Redefined, Protecting Our Members, Securing Our Future. Membership Redefined, Protecting our members, securing our future.
Okay.
We can, we can break it down a little bit, but we're saying this is Ariza, as always, on the cusp, right? You want to be with a cutting edge organization. You want your financial matters, your future, to be held in the hands of an organization that is not stagnant, moving forward with prudence. Right? This is what Ariza is doing, and we're saying you have a chance to do that. So we are looking at not staying in the same place, so we're redefining our membership. We're looking at what our members need. You would have seen that we started that again in the last quarter of 2025 with our Triple R initiative, right? And so we're saying we're redefining that. We're looking at you specifically, listening to you, responding to you, right? And then we are protecting you, because everyone is not in the same place. So what you need, I won't need. We're going to look at specifically what you need and speak to that and take you along that path. And then we get there bit by bit, right? And this is how we begin to secure futures.
Right. And in Ariza, one of the things that, people talk about is the professionalism. The cadre of professionals that you have. You no longer have loans officers, you have financial technicians now. You understand?
I love that. Again, we're being redefined, and it's a nice thing when our very own members would be the ones redefining us. Sometimes we do what we do and we don't necessarily know the impact that we're having. So I think it's always a good thing when the people that you serve and the people that you exist to serve speak to it themselves. It's not us calling the names or giving the titles.
You're not blowing your own trumpet.
Correct.
Okay, so the AGM is on the 28th?
The 28th of April, yes, at the Grenada Trade Center. And the meeting starts at 2:00. This is what we really want folks to be present for and using their voices. But we are, in fact, we hold a little cocktail host, because it's close to the middle of the day and we know people might have to give up their time from to get there. So in an effort to make sure that we start on time, we encourage folks to come down for 1:00, join us at 1:00, have some refreshment before we get into the thing that really matters, which is the meat of the meeting. So 1:00 for a cocktail, 2:00 for a prompt start of the meeting.
And as it relates to attendance at the meeting, it is important that people register.
Yes, we must have. Remember, this is your meeting. It is a members' meeting. So we want to make sure that the people who join us on that day get to execute their duty. As shareholder, as stakeholder, as owner, as member, your voice is essential to what happens. So we would like you to register so we know that you're coming. We can make ample accommodation, the adequate accommodation for you, and of course to make sure that the only members' voices are heard on that day. So we must make sure you must register in order for us to verify that you are a member who's participating.
And in addition to that, the registration is also important because in the details of the operation of the credit union, there are what you call the bylaws and the constitution, where you need to have a specific number of members present to make any decisions that will be brought forward into effect. That quorum.
Yes, we must have a quorum, and for the quorum, that means there must be a minimum amount of attendees at the AGM, which is representative of the base. And that is, as you would have rightly said, we had a session on compliance a few weeks ago, and that is us complying with the laws that govern the credit union. If those members are not present, that minimum amount of numbers are not present, then the meeting cannot be held. So it's another reason that it is very important that members turn up, whether online or in person, to make sure we have that minimum. We have been fortunate. I like to say Ariza's members are quite active. They're vocal and they want to be involved, want to be heard. So we are expecting a good turnout this year as well. But it's never too much.
Yeah.
The more of us that are gathered in the same space and influencing those decisions, the better it would be. So
the more the merrier.
The more the merrier.
Yeah.
For AGM, definitely.
All right. Now, for those who are they're pondering and saying, I always thought about joining a credit union, but somehow they keep holding back. What can you say to them, some of the main benefits of becoming a member of Ariza Credit Union?
I would say ownership. We touched on this investment, becoming a member, you're a part of the organization. In fact, to put it bluntly, the organization is yours, right? So you have a vested interest in making sure that this thing works, because you're tethered to this for the rest of your financial life, essentially. So you want it to work. Then you have a voice. Right, so as a member, as a shareholder, you vote, you influence, you get involved, i.e. the AGM. We have better financial products because we're looking at your needs, we're hearing you, we're responding to what you need. You're more likely to get fair and flexible because we want something that benefits you. It's about the collective. And then, of course, like I say, there's the community impact. So your membership, your investment has a wider benefit. So it might be the community that you live in. Why not, the AGM is a good place. Or even when you walk into a branch to say, I've seen this, it needs doing, and it gets escalated, and how can we do something about, something that's happening. So your voice across the board matters. Yeah. So on these 4 areas, I would say this is why it's critical.
And if folks really take some time and study the progression of the credit union movement and to see where it is now, and it's Ariza we're talking about, so we're zeroing in on Ariza. Just look at it this way. It was intended for a group of people to put their resources together and to make life easier. So in essence, they decide, okay, instead of I buying £1 and £2 and £3, let's put it together and buy a bulk. So we buy a bale. All right. So it made life easier for the people that said, let's do it.
Yes.
And as time progressed, they looked at other ways.
Always.
Looked at other ways to improve on that betterment.
Yes.
And it's reached to the point now that we're offering services, but the main intent is to make the life of those people,
absolutely,
the members,
easier. I mean, the credit union, it focuses on long-term relationships. So the members get guidance, as you say, you come together. There's no such thing as a bad idea, right? Yeah. Even when you're just throwing stuff out, you're having a casual exchange with someone, you'd be surprised. You may not need to take everything that is said, but there is an element of what is said that would add value over and beyond. So as a collective, this is how we work. Members get guidance at every stage, and whether they're saving, borrowing, investing, just starting to build, this is where we come in. We help you to build that financial confidence. So absolutely, getting involved and becoming a member it's not a fly-by-night engagement.
It's a win-win.
It's for the long haul.
Yeah, it's a win-win. You win now and then you win continuously going down the road. Because I mean, you're part of a family that is designing products and services to make your life easier, better, securing your children's future, because there are children packages or products.
Yes, correct.
The retirement products there, and in addition to that, you have the specialists.
That will help you when you have the little extra. We will tell you how best to make more.
I'm really impressed. I mean, notwithstanding the fact that like with everything else in life, life is lifing, as you say.
Always.
There are always some glitches, some things that can be done better. Hence the reason why it is so important as a member, as a shareholder, as a part owner of the institution, to register and be at the AGM, so that some of the things that you personally think that you don't like or things that they can improve on, you'll get the opportunity to raise it.
Absolutely. It is the best place to have your voice heard. You know, if you think, you know, maybe you've come in before, let's just say you've come into a branch and you might have made a suggestion, maybe in passing to a member of staff, but you've not seen any action or execution. Perhaps you don't come in very often, once in a blue moon. Make the time.
And come.
And for this occasion, as I say, this happens once a year. It is probably the most critical activity in the life, the governance, the operations of this institution that you own, that affects your financial life, your journey, what happens with your money, your generation's money, or generations to come. And I can't think of anything. If you are serious about your financial future, then this is the place for you. Must turn up.
So as we wrap the annual general meeting, AGM, write that down, what it means, AGM, because you hear it all the time and you just let it pass. Oh, the AGM. It's the annual general meeting where all stakeholders come together to voice their concerns and share their ideas and hear the performance of the institution for the previous year.
Yes.
So the AGM on the 28th of April is going to look at the credit union's performance for the fiscal year 2025.
That's right. And I want to just remind listeners and members everywhere, even new members, if you've just joined or you're just thinking of joining, even if you joined on the day of the AGM, that is still open to you. As long as you register and we can verify you as a member, there is a place for you and your voice. And remember, this is about, we've been talking about membership this morning, wanting you to understand how important you as a member, you at the heart of Ariza is, because membership redefined is about you.
Yeah.
It is about our membership. So please
come.
Be a part this year.
Grenada Trade Center from 1 o'clock on the 28th. The actual meeting starts at 2. Be there, register online.
Yes, register online. You can get this on our social media pages. We'll be on Facebook and Instagram. There's also the website that you can follow up. So look for the signs, the notices. If you're in branch, there are notices in branch as well. It's as simple as scanning a QR code or clicking a link. And once you register, we will verify and then send you the link to attend. And we look forward to seeing you. Of course, if you're coming in person, we would still like you to register. Ahead of time is good. There's also the option to let us know whether you need transportation, because we want to make sure that that is also taken care of. And you turn up on the day, as we say, with your ID to prove that you are who you are. And we look forward to having a really, really productive session with our members.
Thank you very much, Raylene, as always, informative. And we look forward to next week.
Indeed. We will be talking, delving deeper into AGM and governance, yes.
Thank you very much. Folks, that has been Ariza's Money Wise for this morning. It's 11 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We take a quick commercial break and then we continue with the conversation. Don't you go anywhere.
Today's edition of Money Wise was made possible by Ariza Credit Union.
What if growing your savings came with more flexibility and more rewards? Introducing the Ariza Advantage Account from Ariza Credit Union. Earn 3.5% interest per year with a minimum first deposit of just EC $10,000. Enjoy a 5-year fixed term, unlimited deposits, no monthly fees, and added loan security. Plus exclusive Advantage member privileges, priority services, special offers, and more. Get the Ariza Advantage. This is the Ariza Promise. Better value, better service, members first. Visit arizacu.com or call us today.
The amendments to the existing Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Act shall allow for the decriminalization of cannabis in Grenada. It permits the possession of up to 56 grams of cannabis and 15 grams of resin for individuals aged 21 and older.
The amendment allows for the growth of up to 4 cannabis plants per household for medicinal, therapeutic, or horticultural purposes. The amendment provides a legal framework for the Rastafari use and cultivation of cannabis as a sacrament in registered places of worship and at exempt events.
Amendments to the Drug Abuse Act also mandates the expungement of past criminal records and the immediate discontinuance of pending court cases for minor cannabis offences.
The amendment replaces criminal charges for those aged 18 to 20 with mandatory rehabilitation and counseling, ensuring no criminal record is created for young adults. Amendments to the Drug Abuse Act centers on the decriminalization of cannabis and not full legalization.
For more information, kindly contact the Cannabis Secretariat at cannabiscommission@gov.gd. The Cannabis Secretariat, guiding responsible cannabis use and awareness.
Go paperless with e-billing. Get your Grenlec bill straight to your email inbox faster and more convenient with myaccount.grenlec.com. Sign in to myaccount.grenlec.com where you'll be directed to the home screen. Under additional options and paperless billing, hit sign up. Enter the email where you'd like to receive your bills. Check the accounts you want, then click sign me up. It's that easy. Your bills now come straight to your email inbox. Switch to e-billing and put the power in your hands.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. New home, fresh start, make moves and play it smart. Expand, invest or renew. ACB's right there with you.
With ACB Home Advantage Mortgages, you get up to 100% financing, reduced fees, and a $100,000 unsecured credit card.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before with ACB.
Terms and conditions apply.
Right Choice Promotion presents Lyrics and Laughter, the ultimate pre-Mother's Day show. It's coming to the Grenada Trade Center on Sunday, May the 3rd from 5 p.m. Get ready for an evening of non-stop comedy, sweet Caribbean vibes, and pure entertainment. From Trinidad and Tobago, the funniest man in the region, Errol Fabian.
She said not even my shoes, I said no.
Humorous Calypsonians, Trinidad Rio.
Going back to basics.
And the Calypso princess herself, Kareen Ashton from the Spice Isles. 2 decades of legend, Randy Isaac, Little Reds, plus local comedy king, Robert White, Dillian Walters, Fat Man George, and Kareem Alexis, delivering lyrical mastery, 11-time Calypso Monarch scholar, all backed by the Heatwave Band, with special musical treats from Lyndon Langdon on sax and Jalali Moses on violin. It's lyrics, it's laughter, it's music, it's vibes. Tickets just $75. Available now at gotofed.com and other outlets island-wide. Treat mom, treat your partner, treat yourself. Lyrics and laughter. Sunday, May the 3rd, 5 p.m. Grenada Trade Center. Don't miss it.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's 5 minutes away from 8 o'clock. I've got 5 minutes in which I can indulge in a brief conversation with you. Again, because of time constraints, I will not specify a topic, but if you're in an area and there's something that you'd like to bring to the fore, we've got just 4 minutes to do that. Let's entertain the first call. Wow, we lost that call. Let's entertain that first call right away. Good morning, caller. Good morning. All right, caller, you need to turn the volume of your radio down, radio or television, so that you don't get that reverb. It's 435-2041. That's the number you can call. If there's anything that you like to share with us this morning, this is your opportunity to do just that. Let's go back to the telephone line and say good morning. Good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Joseph. I can hardly hear you. There's something developing in your head, on your end.
Okay.
I can hardly hear you. But nonetheless, let me preach. I'd just like to draw to the reference of the Grenadians people. Information coming out of the United Kingdom where last week, the head of a leading political party in the UK vying for the next elections are warning the people of the Caribbean, particularly those who are seeking quote-unquote reparative justice and reparation for the criminal activity of the British government during the time of the slave trade, are warning us that they will debar us from entering their territory. They'll be prohibited. I don't know if you heard the news, Grenadian. Listen, the best fence against all is having deep knowledge of it. Nonetheless, Mr. Joseph, the leaders of this here country, with full knowledge that Grenada has never gained political independence, they maintain us in a state of demeaning subjugation and subservience to the British Crown through an imperial order and council of the Queen's most excellent majesty. I'm warning Grenada, the time has come for us to free ourselves. Let us demand a referendum to ask the people in general whether or not we wish to continue under this state ruled by an imperial order, or if we wish to write our own constitution. The time has come. We've been deceived by some hyper-academic pseudo-intellectual charlatans in the Bar Association and the CC boards of the CCR and the leading political class of ignoramuses to maintain us in this demeanor. It's time to free ourselves, Grenadians. Open your eyes. You've been bluffed. For what it's worth, Mr. Joseph, I just thought I'd throw that out this morning. Do have a nice day, will you, sir?
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much, citizen. Have a great day yourself. It's 2 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Kathy Charles, good morning. Good morning. And good morning, Mr. Ulrich Schoon. Toby, good morning. Adeline Dabrio, good morning to you also. I also want to take the opportunity and say happy birthday to Nurse Beverly Cambridge of Vendham in St. George. We love you very much. Continue to serve the public with love. Greetings coming from the Alexander family of River Road. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, innocent. I don't think you're that innocent, although you look that way.
That's cool. That's cool. That's so very cool. How are you?
You know what, I just want to give God thanks and praise for yet another day.
Amen to that.
I'm on top of the world. Even if things may not be 100%, but you always have to give thanks. There are people in worse position than I am, and I guess you are. So we have to give thanks and praise. And, we should just give some kudos to the government in terms of their initiative, in terms of what they're doing thus far. And we should be praying for the leadership, not just the leader of Grenada, but the cabinet ministers as well as the opposition leader. And we should also be praying for the bus drivers, the conductors, the ministers as well, pastors, the priests, the mothers. Because remember, the health of the nation, basically, if you have a healthy nation, you have a wealthy nation. Health in terms of spiritually, in terms of financial, in terms of education. You have to look at it in that way, because if we as a nation don't educate ourselves in all the different fields, and we don't expound and teach each other and understand how life is and what's been going on, where we come from, the Middle Passage, the slave trade, what it done to us, and even politically, how we mess up our own selves because of the political rhetoric, and we not truly understanding the intricacies of politics, and we're not getting fooled with just loving our party but looking at the historical evidence of certain things that have been done. In other words, the folks who had the political will to do their best to propel Grenada forward and not just to win a seat or to stay in power, but those who really see it fit to keep Grenada going in a forward direction and doing things to elevate everybody. I mean, when you have somebody who decide, you know what, we want to make sure every household have a graduate, a university graduate. When you see an individual who have a vision for a hospital, you know, because we know the monies that goes out of Grenada to get people health care and stuff like that overseas. Over 50 million for a couple of years and stuff like that. The research was there. So, and you know, we have a lot of people overseas that want to come back home to Grenada because of the kind of a health care that we have, right? That we're going to be having. So people are going to want to come back home and be part and parcel of a wonderful place. The ideal location.
All right. Well, we got to wrap.
Polaris and stuff like that. But overall, let's just give thanks and praise. And let's keep praying one for another. And even if we have different opinions, let's get away from the hatred. And one love, my brother. Bless.
Blessings to you and the family, bro. Have a great one. Folks, that's where we wrap the program up this morning. We've got to go. We've got to join the BBC. Thank you very much for your participation. To Raylene from Ariza, thanks for sharing with us. And have a good day, everybody. Bye for now.